Loud, loud.
Louder, okay.
Thank you.
Today, I'm going to have Mr. Pembroke talk a little bit about the tree that we're planting today. Then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the person that we're honoring today by planting this tree. This Arbor Day, we made a special Arbor Day because one of our village members died this spring, and I'll tell you a little bit about him. His name was Kevin Jones. And then I'm going to have you guys, I think each class has a wish, and if each class wants to send one person up, we'll go class by class, and that one person can put their wish into the hole and throw some dirt in with their wish, okay? So I'll have Mr. Pembroke come, we'll talk about this tree a little bit.
Thank you, Emily.
Wishes?
Someone already noted that this is a maple tree, and we planted in this park, or worked in this park quite a bit over the last couple of years, planting other maples and some crab apples. And the other thing that we've done, in some of these spaces there were Norway maples, and there was either a box elder or some other, what we call a weedy tree, an invasive type tree that just aesthetically wasn't doing much for the park. And as a tree committee, we decided that we should try and make this as much of a peaceful, tranquil place as we could. So we decided that it needed some symmetry. It was a little bit haphazard, and in a natural setting that can work pretty well for creating peace and tranquility, but it just wasn't going to work here. And so what we've done is we're trying to match the symmetry that's on the other side of the park, and that's why we've chosen a sugar maple for this location. It's opposite the sugar maple at the other end. And there's one of Kevin Jones's favorite trees who we're honoring today, is a linden, a little leaf linden, to mirror the one on the other side of the park. And like I say, the other thing we've done over years, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, we planted these two native red maples as sentries as you drive into the village and also as you enter the park. And then we completed the hedge of crab apples, and we're hoping that over time this will become more of an intimate space and honor our veterans in a more dignified way for whom this park is dedicated.
Thank you. Before I tell you a little bit more about Kevin Jones, I just want to point out some of the people that are here that are also part of our village. Some of you know them because they're your parents. Some of you know them for other reasons. So some of the people here are on, we have some of our village trustees. We have David Monk, just raise your hand, Matthew Patterson, and Mark Boudreau. Anybody, did I miss any trustees? Alright, and we have other members of the tree committee, and we meet every so often to talk about how we can make our village more beautiful with trees. Are Jeff Gray and Maurice Kahn, who some of you know from school. Anybody else from the tree committee? And last but not least, Kevin Jones' wife Mary is here with her 2 sons, so they could come today, which is really special of them to come. And Mary and Kevin's 2 sons are right over there. So, I didn't know Kevin for that long, but I learned a lot about him in the few years that I knew him. Kevin was an architect for all of his life, most of his life, and even after he was done with work, no, it's really loud, he would donate all of those skills to our village, and he would design things if we needed design done for the tree committee or for other projects in the village. He also regularly attended meetings. He kept all our trustees and planners on their toes. He was very good at reminding them of details. We missed him, his voice. This village meeting this spring was the first time we didn't have Kevin, so we managed to get by without him, but we certainly missed hearing from him this village. I can plant myself. So Kevin worked hard up until the very end, giving his talents and all of his experiences to the community. The other thing I know about him is he loved trains, and he went on some long, really interesting train rides, and he took some beautiful pictures. And there's one other thing about Kevin that some of you might know. He was an artist. Does anybody know what kind of art he made? Sometimes it was hanging in the village at Kevin's. He was a very good painter. So you might have seen some of his paintings.